Hey, Sun Virgos. Number one, believe in yourself. Virgos are notorious for being such perfectionists that they won't believe any compliments. Nothing is ever good enough. But the truth of it is that Virgos are often the best. And secretly, you guys know it. You don't want us to believe that you're soaking up every compliment that you get. The truth is, you need it, you appreciate it. A Sun Virgo is a mutable sign. That means that it is changeable. I find mutable signs really interesting because it feels as if they're not just one element. So even though a Virgo is an earth sign, it feels to me like it has a bit of air as well, because there's an intellectualism and an obsessive analytical quality that comes through with a Virgo sign. Virgos want to shape the world around them by perfecting. This can be really irritating to people that love them because a Virgo can just cut you down like no one else. But something that everyone has to understand is that whatever they say to you, they have told themselves the same thing but 10 times stronger. I know, scary, right? So listen, Virgos, don't beat yourselves up. You are perfect in your own way. Virgo is known as the Virgin, and that doesn't mean that they're celibate, as a lot of you Virgos know. It just means that they believe in the purity of perfection. If you look at the glyph, which is the symbol of Virgo, it looks very similar to Scorpio, except for one difference. And that is that with Virgo, there's a piece of the glyph that is pointing inward, and with Scorpio, it's pointing outward. This is why Scorpio and Virgo are kind of like this, because Scorpio believes in finding the answers to the world through the darkness, through the chaos, through the destruction of self and the world and everything around you to rebuild and the rebirth. Virgo, on the other hand, believes that the answer of truth comes from perfection. Even though those are two opposite concepts, they're both seeking to find the truth through purity or chaos. I guess you could say Virgos are like angels and Scorpios are like the devil. Not really, but sort of. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Virgo also rules the nervous system. A lot of Virgos are very nervous people because they're so self-deprecating and so judgmental because they notice everything that they're doing wrong. So one thing I've noticed about them is that Virgos often have like an eye flutter, like this. Like when they're talking, they do that. Or they'll have a stutter. Now stutters are found in other placements, and I'll get to that in other videos. But one of the placements that you might find a stutter is Virgo. Virgos to me are like the princess and the pea. In the story, princess is sitting on all of these mattresses trying to go to sleep, and then she can't because she feels this pebble that's at the very bottom of all the mattresses, and she can't sleep. And that's a Virgo. They find the fly in the soup. They find the error that goes unnoticed by everyone else. And when they find it, they can't let go. It's like a dog with a bone. They fixate on it. That makes Virgos really great doctors. Anything where you need the perfectionism because 98% is just not good enough. You need a Virgo. When I think of Virgos, I also think of Hugh Grant, who is a Sun Virgo. And his speech pattern is really interesting, and you can tell he's judging and criticizing himself inside of his head as he's talking. And that's one of the most lovable things about him, and that's why he's so funny. And often Virgos do have a great sense of humor because they take themselves so seriously that it kind of comes full circle back around. If somebody's laughing at themselves, even if it's them internally hitting themselves in the head, it's funny, right? Yeah. I just love Virgos. They are some of the kindest people. They're not always like warm, cuddly, like complimenting, but they are solid. They are serving, they're helping, they're getting their hands dirty and getting into things. They're not gonna throw a bunch of compliments at you and try to win you over with gushing words like a Libra would. They're just gonna do something for you. If they wanna show that they care, they're gonna do. Because to them, that's all that matters. They're very pragmatic and practical. For them, when they love somebody, they need to do more than just say, I love you, or give some roses. A Virgo is going to clean your car, or fix the doorknob for you, or whatever is falling down. Virgos are great in a variety of careers. Really, whatever a Virgo has interest in, they're going to be great at because they're so hardworking. So a career often comes very easily for them because they will just obsess. They're super obsessive. Their personal life can be a little bit trickier because if they put all that perfectionism onto the people they love, for some reason, this just doesn't have the same effect. Who knew? Now, Virgos are represented by the Virgin, which is a human form, and they have a connection that's pretty strong to their body. If this is in a negative context, it can come across as hypochondria, and if it's in a positive, then they are very much into nutrition and their workout regimen, things that keep their body healthy. Virgos are a mutable sign. They can take on other qualities of elements. Sometimes with certain Virgos, the quality that comes across is anger. Some Virgos are such perfectionists that the world just makes them angry because it just isn't measuring up. They will be very volatile. There are a lot of male actors that are Virgos that have an incredible ability during their freak out angry scenes, busting down doors, screaming at somebody's face. You feel all of their anger. And it's not like a wild, uncontrollable anger like a fire sign. It's more of a disappointment and shock. One of the actors I'm thinking of is Tom Hardy. Virgos look pure. They look virginal, for lack of a better word. Someone who is judgmental, who you do want to have holding you in high regard. Someone that you feel like you need to live up to. They come across with some authority, even though they are in service, usually. They have to be useful. They have to. They can't exist without some kind of project, something that they're working on, something that's occupying their mind. If they don't have something, they will put their mind towards things that are out of their control. And this can lead to hypochondria or depression, anxiety. Since Virgo rules the nervous system, a lot of Virgos do have a lot of anxiety. Virgos, it's important to create a daily regimen that will make you feel healthier and more holistic. Always have a project to be working on, something that you are trying to master. When a project doesn't work out, a Virgo is going to take it very harshly. For friends and family around them, give them a support system. They have put everything into it. They are that project. And when they feel like they're not able to get to the level that they want to get to, the level of mastery that they were expecting, it's a real fall from grace. Another reason for a Virgo to always have a project that they're working on is for their sleep cycle and their body, because Virgos are so tied to their body that they can literally make themselves sick, just like a Pisces. So always make sure that you're keeping your mind occupied, your mind and your hands, really. Virgo being Earth is going to be something hands-on, something physical. So if your career is not physically involved, then you're going to need a workout regimen. And then also mental, the analytical side of you always needs intellectual stimulation. While Virgos don't typically come across as a Casanova, if they decide that they want to win you over, they will work on it piece by piece. And they will wear you down for years if that's what it takes. Their shy disposition is very reserved. A lot of people don't get to know them very quickly. And when they see someone that they want to win over, they know that about themselves and they're willing to work on it as slow as it takes, as long as it takes. But once you're won over by a Virgo, you're going to find that they are some of the most compassionate, hardworking, generous people on the planet. They will never tell you one thing and do another. If you're looking for someone to be there for you in a real and genuine way and not just flowery words, pick a Virgo. Virgos are not going to be the torrid love affair type. They're more going to be the type that after 10 years of marriage, you say, wow, this is amazing. How did we get here? It's the magic of a Virgo. All right, Virgos, come back for the next video and subscribe to my video blog.